Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. So we're looking at the 72V BBSHD. I've taken the cover for the controller housing off of here. It's not using the stock controller because we're on 72 volts with the phase runner controller. So right here, I've got the wiring harness that I made for my BBSHD. And you remember in the video where I made this wiring harness, I'll link that video below so that you can get caught up to speed if you never saw that one. So, but I want to get a wheel speed sensor hooked up to my bike. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wire it in with this wiring harness in the BBSHD so that the wiring will be tucked away inside of the motor, and the wheel speed sensor is going to go back along the back of the bike to the rear wheel on the chainstay, and then the signal will go through that speed signal will go through the L10 connector, and it should appear to the controller that the wheel speed signal is coming from the motor, and then we can configure the phase runner and the cycle analyst to use that wheel speed signal, and we'll get our speed up to our display that way, right? So what I need to do here, I've got a cycle analyst Speedo from Grin, right? So it came in this little baggie, and it's this thing, and it's got some adhesive on the back of it. So this usually goes on this chainstay of your bike, kind of as close as possible to the spokes as you can get it, and then you put a magnet on the spokes, and this thing detects that magnet and sends those magnet pulses up to your controller or your cycle analyst or however you have your bike set up. Right, so this thing it's got two wires. Right, there's a red wire and a black wire. My understanding is you wire one of the wires into the speed signal, and then you wire the other one into the ground, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wire one of the wires to the speed signal of my L10 wiring harness, and then I'll wire the other wire to the ground. Right, so that's that black wire in here. And then once we do that and we get the sensor installed on the bike and the magnets on the spokes, we should be getting a wheel speed signal from that sensor. So I've already stripped the insulation off the end of this little tiny wire. I'm probably gonna have to pull this connector out of the BBSHD so that I can solder this ground wire a little bit easier. I don't think I can solder it while it's back in there. So I'm going to get this stuff soldered and get everything connected. Not sure how much of that I'm going to film. I got to use both hands. So yeah, I'm going to get that stuff soldered. Alright guys, so I soldered the Speedo to the speed signal wire and the L10 connector, and then it's going to the 5 volt or to the ground on the BBSHD. So I soldered these two wires in there, ground and speed signal. So now that I've got the Speedo soldered into my wiring harness, I'm going to get some electrical tape on these connections to insulate them, and then I'm going to get all this stuff back up, all these wires pushed back up in here into the motor and get the cover back on there, and then I'll mount the Speedo on the bike. It's a really funky looking light down here. Is that like a black light or a UV light or something? Huh. Oh my God. Ooh, what was that? That didn't sound good. I should put this one on too. Oh. Oh boy, now what? That doesn't sound good. Weird. Chain came off. Oh my god, the chainring bolts came out. Fuck. Alright. Man. Where did that just happen? I wonder. Oh boy, yeah, that's fucked. Terrible. I guess I'm walking. I wonder if I can find the chainring bolts. That's a pain in the ass. They probably went flying. Oh man, I can't believe that thing came apart. That sucks. Alright, well, I'm walking home. I'm not gonna film it. See you later. Chainring bolts on my chainring broke off. Guys, I'm riding home like on the Flintstones bike.